Cancer, welcome to your December 2022 monthly messages from Spirit Reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Cancer. This is a general reading, not a personal one-on-one reading. It may resonate, it may not, but regardless, please take only what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. So I'm going to ask Spirit, Cancer, what do you need to hear right now in this very moment in the month of December in regards to what may be happening in the upcoming days, weeks as December unfolds, maybe even anything that has already happened and that you need clarity and insight and guidance on. Let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say for you guys right now in this moment. Well, Cancer, I gotta say, with the Nine of Earth being the dead center of this, there's a part of yourself that you're regaining that is confident, that is fierce, that is independent. You can always rely on yourself is something that you're learning from this month. And you may feel like you're a little bit alone with whatever it is you're establishing, whether that is your own sense of identity, your sense of self. That is very new to a lot of people because we do have the Death card crowning this whole reading. But maybe, Cancer, there were things that were outside of your control that you just had to adapt to. Cancer, a lot of people don't realize you're resilient. People a lot don't realize how persevering a Cancer is. But, I mean, not a lot can truly shake a Cancer. I mean, I can speak for myself as being a fellow Cancer. Sure, we could cry things out, but does that make us weak? No. What makes us weak is if we give up. And Cancers don't give up very easily. And with whatever you went through, that kind of was a huge transformation in your life, a change of job, an ending of a relationship, a beginning of a relationship. Something has kind of been the catalyst to one thing that started this change that affected every aspect of your life. But Cancer, you're holding it down with the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands crossing it. You are a fighter, Cancer, with whatever it is you're going through. That is the catalyst of everything that's been changing in your life. Maybe there is an emotional message you recently heard, someone finally declaring their feelings about a situation, good or bad, something that made you feel like you had to change something in your life, change something about yourself. And like a boss, you're doing it, Cancer. I gotta say, a lot of people would not be able to deal with this major transformation in the way you're dealing with it. And I think it's because of everything you've gone through up until this point that is making you a lot more certain that with whatever you're facing with at this time that is changing, you will be fine. I mean, I'm picking up on a Cancer here that had to learn a fighting spirit for maybe the cards they were dealt with in life. Maybe you had complications with family. Maybe you had complications with financial stability. You've been through a lot, but never did it keep you down. Never did it hold you down. So with whatever you're going through right now, although it can be hard, although it can be stressful, it's nothing compared to what you couldn't achieve before for yourself. So Cancer, really, this is helping you take off the Eight of Wands Sagittarius energy. I do feel that maybe, Cancer, you were stuck in comfort for a little bit for too long. For some of you, not all. But maybe there was something that was just beginning to be too mundane in your life. That Spirit wanted to push you forward because you have so much potential. You can go farther than I even feel you are aware of right now, Cancer. And yeah, sure, maybe it hasn't been an overnight success story, but you have what it takes to get there. And maybe, Cancer, for some of you guys, maybe you gave up on some sort of dream, some sort of hope, and Spirit's saying, oh no, Cancer, that is not going to happen. So it's almost as if with this transformation in your life, whatever ending, specifically with death, has happened in your life, it is meant to catapult you into a new level, a new vibration, a new way of being, a new chapter in your life. Because always death brings new beginnings. Always. And Cancer, with the Nine of Earth at the dead center of it, I want to tell you, you're handling this. You're handling this much better than you realize. And I feel people see you for your strength, see you for your independence, see you for your confidence. And they see you're going places, okay? With the way you're carrying yourself now, with the way you're handling things now, they are certain that you're going to, A, make it through it, and that you're going to go much farther than you may realize. Spirit sees it. The universe sees it. Now they want you to see it for yourself. So let's get on into it. Dead center is the 9 of Earth, Virgo energy. So Cancer, maybe there was a lot that shook you a little bit in November. We were dealing with major eclipses, and that always is a point for us to challenge us and to finally remove things in our life that maybe we've held on for too long, or maybe was a part of our life where it wasn't benefiting us anymore. Something was removed, okay? A sense of security within yourself may have been shook a little bit, but it did not deteriorate it. Actually, it made you a lot more stronger, realizing that you could overcome it. There's something about yourself that you should be very proud of, Cancer, that you were able to manage, you were able to handle, and maybe for some of you, it was all alone. You didn't get support. You didn't get the help that some other people may be gifted to have and receive. This is the energy of starting from the bottom and ending up at the top. And for some of you, you're maybe one step away from getting the 10 of Pentacles here. But Cancer, honor everything you've done up to this point. Give yourself that credit that is due, even when other people aren't doing it for you. And maybe they're just not doing it for you because they're a part of this change that is happening in your life, this transformation that is going down right now that you are seeing. For some of you, I am seeing the end of a relationship. That could be romantic, that could be a friendship, that could be a family member or something along those lines. And I do feel it was not easy to do. It was not easy to go in no contact. It wasn't easy to put an ending to that relationship. And again, it could even be a relationship with a job, coexistence with a certain lifestyle you had, whatever this is. It was not easy to finally understand and accept the change that was happening in regards for this, some certain part of your life or some certain aspect of this relationship coming to an end. But you are realizing how much stronger it has made you. And how much, honestly, for some of you, you may even be starting to see how much better off you are because of this ending that happened. That some of you were so afraid of, that some of you were trying to avoid. But now that it's happened, you're starting to see how much more stable you are, how much more confident you are in your abilities and your skills to handle anything. What's crossing this is the 7 of Fire. This is Leo energy. So for some of you, this is just enhancing the reading, kind of highlighting the main aspect of this. Again, it's just showing me you're a fighter. It's someone that does not just lay down and let life happen to them. Even when things are out of their control, they try to find a way to handle it, to push through it, to stand up for themselves. And maybe, Cancer, this relationship that came to an end, you finally stood up for yourself. When it's just easier to turn the other cheek, it was just easier to stay silent, you finally said something that has shown this person your true power that they may have underestimated. Now, if this is a challenge of the month, Cancer, with whatever situation had come to an end, someone's not happy about it. Maybe because you were the deciding factor of this ending, but someone may try to challenge you, someone may try to fight you, someone may try to argue with you. But honestly, it's just noise at this point. And it's just noise to get you to stop focusing on yourself and your own healing and your own establishment, your own rebuilding of yourself, so you could pay attention to the thing that should really be out the door by now, quite frankly. So, I mean, and when I say by noise, I don't want to be just compassionate. Sure, someone could have upset feelings towards you, but with the 7 of Wands, I'm just feeling this energy of aggression that when something doesn't go this person's way, they don't know how to handle it as far as how to be diplomatic, how to be constructive. They just almost kick, scream, and yell until they get their way. But Cancer, you're showing them that that's not going to work anymore, especially not with you. What's crowning this is the Death card. Transformation. So you are seeing, this is not being hidden from you. You're seeing the change that's happening in your life. You're seeing the endings that are taking place. But, again, I don't know. For some of you, it's drawing me back to something that you were fearing, something that you were just trying to struggle to hold on to. But now that it's over and done with, you see how she's holding like this little baby phoenix in her hands? You're seeing why that ending had to take place. You're seeing why that was not good for you. You're seeing why that may have been toxic for you. And I do feel that at the end of this transformation, once it's all said and done, you're elevating to this phoenix energy that in combination with the Nine of Pentacles is unstoppable. And this is just another notch in your belt, Cancer, of another thing you've gotten through. And it should feed that fire in you. It should feed that determination in you and that passion in you. Because although something ended, there's a part of your life that's just being enhanced, that's being upgraded. That this, whatever wasn't ending, was just taking space. What's rooting this is the Two of Cups. Cancer energy. So with this Two of Cups rooting the situation, again, it's drawing me back to the emotional bond you may have had with a certain individual, which made it so hard. Or maybe with a certain situation that you felt at one period of time so connected with. And yeah, it's challenging when you do feel or remember the times when things were better, when things were easier, when things did flow so easily between the two of you. But when you do growth, you raise your vibration, and something that doesn't grow with you, that remains the same, is at a different level now. And I think a lot of you are starting to see that difference in levels. And that's not a conceited, cocky, snobby way. It's just a means of where we once worked so well together, we were so fluid with one another. I developed this new understanding of myself that isn't compatible with your way of dealing with things, your way of dealing with the situation. And for others of you where maybe this Two of Cups is in a higher vibration that's coming through here, I do feel like with whatever this transformation is going into your life is establishing your want for that new energy to come in that will be more resonant with you on a soul level, an emotional level, that will be more emotionally supportive, emotionally available. And I gotta say too, with this Two of Cups, it's almost giving me a sense of codependency that some of you may be healing from. And especially if this was romance related, like at one period of time, you thought this was the only person you were ever gonna be with. Maybe they gaslit you, maybe they love bombed you, maybe they kind of made you feel like there was some part of you that could never move on from this, but you are. And now that that's being shown to you, I don't think you're looking at this person or situation the same. You're more grounded, you're more detached, but reasonable with the whole perspective of what's going on now. In the recent past, we have the Messenger of Water. This is the Knight of Cups, Pisces energy. So the start of all this change happening may have been an email, a phone call, a text message that struck you at your heart space, Cancer. And once something so significantly touches that heart chakra of yours that is so strong, that is so loving, but it gives you that ominous feeling of, this is different now. I feel differently towards this. I have to react differently now that this is so present in my life. The ending that had hurt you, Cancer, for some of you guys. A breakup. Someone just saying that they don't want to date you anymore. Someone that's saying they don't want to be friends with you anymore. A job or an organization that put a stop to something you were doing that you felt so creatively bound to, emotionally bound to. Different messages for different groups of you. But I feel, Cancer, in a different way than just going into that dark space that sometimes us Cancers go into. We chose to use our feelings in a more constructive way, in a different direction that helped motivate us into becoming the Nine of Pentacles, we are currently in this situation. Others of you with that certain relationship I was picking up on, you finally spoke everything in your heart. And I think that changed the whole energy, that shifted everything that this person thought you two had, this person thought they could use you for, this person thought that they got too comfortable with. But your words have power, Cancer, especially when they're emotionally motivated. And I feel whatever you said has stuck with you and stuck with this person. And it's almost like for Cancer in the recent past, you made a promise to yourself. A promise to yourself of what you're not going to do again. A promise to yourself of how you're going to step forward and make this change. And Spirit, by witnessing that promise you made to yourself, is helping you get to there, helping you maintain that promise. In the near future, you have the Three of Cups. Cancer energy. So this could be about traveling in the holidays, being around family members that you haven't seen in a long time, friends that you haven't seen in a long time. And overall, I wonder if some of you are going to see that it actually went better than you thought it was going to. Not that you don't like your family members or friends, of course, but you know, it is emotionally draining being in such big surroundings with family. There's always dynamics that may start to trigger us or whatever, but actually this time around, this year, it's different. And I wonder if that's because of the transformation you've already gone through to prepare yourself for when you see these people again, or you're putting yourself out there in a new light. People are seeing the change you've made, and they're happy for you. They're happy to see you grow. Maybe even there's that one person, like I said, with the Seven of Wands who isn't so happy about it. But they're in the minority of the people who are rooting for you, Cancer, and the people who are witnessing you, let's just say. And I do feel, Cancer, that because of this glow up you've been doing, there's people who are going to want to hang out with you more, who are going to want to ask you to come over more, who want you to go out more. And if you're going back home for the holidays, somewhere you haven't been in a while, maybe you're going to meet high school friends, college friends, people you haven't seen in a while, and it's going to be rejuvenating for you in some sense. And you're impressing a lot of people too with the Nine of Pentacles. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards. Yeah, recognize despair as an opportunity. Within it, you will find the gift of awakening. Yes. And Sagittarius got this card. So if you guys have strong Sagittarius in your chart, I suggest checking out the Sagittarius reading to see if there's messages for you there. But yeah, Cancer, again, something may have been difficult, that ending, that separation, that breakup, that loss, whatever it was. But again, Cancer, Spirit is saying differently than what other people do. You're using that as fuel, as an opportunity to change yourself or your life. And it's brought you to an awakening within you, a higher perspective within you that is going to stick with you. That is going to be a reminder of this time that you went through, of this transformation, of this ending, and how it didn't break you, Cancer. It made you stronger, which most of these situations always do. But again, it's about how we respond to such hard times, to such shocking transformations and unexpected endings. A lot of people, I feel, misunderstand, which is not always their fault, right? Like, I think in the spiritual community, we set out this idea of just think positively and then everything will be amazing in your life. But the truth is life. There will always be curveballs. There will always be troubling times because it is a cyclical season of harvest and stillness, always in life. So really, enlightenment is not always about having your life being perfect at all times. It's about how we respond in a way that even when we're going through the hard times, we know that there will be change of it, that everything is only temporary. That is the key to everything, I feel. And at times I struggle it with myself, right? Because we're humans. We have this instinctual nature of survival, of needing things to make us feel like we're accomplished. But Cancer, again, like, you're not sticking in this woe is me type of attitude. You're bossing up, and Spirit is saying that is what's leading you to the light again. You see that light back there? That is Spirit's, I don't know, maybe some of you guys have been seeing flickering lights, or lights that have been kind of going on and off in your house or something like that. For some of you, that's confirmation that this reading's for you, but that's Spirit also saying, Cancer, this is to help you wake up. And not wake up in a way where you were ignorant before at all, but in a way that there's so much more you can get out of this. Trust me. So let's pull some more cards. Tell me more about Cancer's life right now, Spirit. In December, grounding, yeah. So that's with the Nine of Pentacles energy that we saw a few minutes ago. It's time to focus on your grounding, Cancer, to ground your intentions, to ground your security, maybe even for some of you to work on your base chakra. Because this transformation may have thrown it off a little bit in balance, but it's not going to keep you off. And as you ground yourself, as you take time to ground your emotions, ground your thoughts when they kind of go up in a haywire and start to cycle the way that they do, remember to breathe. Remember, maybe even for some of you, if it's not so cold outside, to find a place where you can sit outside. And if it is, I mean, light a fire in the fireplace with a log, maybe get a nature-scented candle that will kind of take you back in the 5D world in your third eye chakra of being in nature. Some of you, I do feel that Spirit wants you to A, remember your strength, B, to remain calm in this situation, and to remember, even with this simple fact, that this change is going to help you. Even if for some of you it doesn't seem like that way, how possibly can it be? I do believe, honestly, that God's Spirit would never throw anything into your life that you weren't prepared for, that you couldn't make it out on top of. So focus on your grounding, and maybe some of you journaling really, really helps. Or maybe some of you are starting to look into self-help books online, looking up things that could help kind of get you in a better perspective about the situation. But also, Cancer, specifically, I wouldn't specifically for those of you that resonate with this person that would be aggressive towards you, I wouldn't let them see you trip. I wouldn't let them see you feel like you're in chaos or despair. I think that you don't have to have this armor of protection around you all the time, but I do feel with whoever's watching you, they're going to take note. So in those times where you're starting to feel emotionally unbalanced, unsure, go for a walk, go in your bedroom, turn on your favorite music, and remind yourself of how strong you are again. Because that is the truth, Cancer, no matter what our ego tries to trick us with. Let's go ahead and get some more cards. Tell me more about Cancer's life right now, Spirit, with what Cancer's going through. I just keep hearing big, happy changes. So again, these changes are for the best, Cancer. A lot of you are already aware of that. Some of you are just becoming aware of it. Letting go, yeah, number 6. And it says, allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. And it's almost like that promise again that you've given yourself, right? So maybe some of you are in the process of letting go. Some of you are still feeling the aftermath of letting go of something. But the lessons are being learned, Cancer. And I do feel the worst of it is over now, quite honestly. And so I feel now that you've been through it, and some of you who may still be stuck in that essence of, why did this happen, or I can't let this go, you're just delaying the blessings that are trying to come in to replace whatever has been lost in your life, Cancer. And I know it's easier said than done. I 100% get that. But what you don't see from this is a lot more opportunities flowing in, a lot more chances that are going to give you more prosperity, bring more joy into your life, more excitement in your life once this is all let go of. So do some healing around letting go, cord cuttings, anything that you still are finding hard to let go of. Kind of take that time to meditate, to ground, to journal, to do some sort of ritual to finally shed yourself so you can come out the Nine of Pentacles. So you can remind yourself you are the Nine of Pentacles. With whatever happens in your life, you will always be that essence of strength that a lot of people see you for, and now you have to see it for yourself. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and get one more card and see Spirit's closing message for you guys. Anything that Cancer needs to know right now, Spirit, to finally close this all up. Nice. Elk. Nobility. Ooh, I love that, Cancer. So it says, celebrate your accomplishments with Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. I mean, if that doesn't put the cherry on top of everything I've been saying, I don't know what will. Cancer, nothing can stop you. Nothing can block you. You have been so strong and always will be. I do feel that there are rewards on the other end of this. The Eight of Wands is going to come through. It's setting you up for a beautiful 2023. So you'll make it through this, Cancer, and powerful forces are guiding you. Your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, gods, goddesses around you. They are a part of your team, and we're all rooting for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I really hope it resonated with you. I hope it provided you with the clarity, insight, healing, guidance you're looking for by watching this message. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Cancer, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Cancer.